Hello and welcome to Fluidity VFX. Today we are going to make a logo animation using Blender and FlipFluids. As you can see in the demo video, logo is falling down on the floor and it's containing fluid inside, creating a very nice animation along with splashing fluid and illuminated particles. The first step to create this type of animation is to create your animation using Blender physics engine. So let me create an animation with an object falling down on the floor. I'm going to use this cube as the object which is going to fall down on the floor. I will select this cube and I will make it a rigid body. And I will keep it as active rigid body so it can fall down. After that I need a floor or a ground, so I will create a plane. To scale it up I can press S on the keyboard. With the help of my mouse I can scale it up so it can act as a floor or ground. I will go to the physics tab and I will convert or apply rigid body properties to this plane as well, rigid body, but I'm going to make it as a passive rigid body so the cube can fall down and collide with this floor. Let's play the animation and see what's happening. And we can see the cube is falling down and hitting the ground, but I want some bounciness. I want this object to bounce like 2 or 3 times when it fell down on the ground. So I will select the cube and I will go to the bounciness properties. I will give it like 0.6. I will also select the ground or the plane and I will also increase the bounciness properties to 0.6. And then let's play the animation and see what's happening. That's perfect. I want the same as you can see in the video. The next most important step is to convert this animation to keyframes. So I will go to the physics tab on the left side and I will select my cube and I will bake 2 keyframes. 1 to 250, okay, and I can see that my object is animated using the keyframes and not the physics anymore. It will help us to use FlipFluids so that the inner fluid can interact with the outer container, which is this object. The next important step is to duplicate this cube. So So I can copy paste, or I can just duplicate by pressing Ctrl D. So we can see our animation is ready and the object is falling down perfectly as we want. The next step is to create FlipFluid world. So we need a main object which can be the domain inside which FlipFluid is going to be created. So I'm going to create another cube, and I will double click to rename it to domain, and I will apply FlipFluids on it, and I will select type as domain. Let's change the settings for FlipFluids. I will change the resolution to 75, preview resolution to 75 as well. I will go to FlipFluid white water. I will enable white water simulation. Next I will go to FlipFluid display settings, and I'm going to select in the display setting mode as spray bubble form, and in particle object setting mode also as spray bubble form. For the foam bubble and spray size, I will select 0.001. .001, and next I'll go to FlipFluid worlds, enabled world scale, enable world scaling, and where I'm going to make it like 50. The bigger the world size, the more foam and bubble you are going to get. Next step is to enlarge this domain so it can cover your animation. And move it up so it's just sitting on the floor. Then I will select the main cube, and I will copy it, or I will duplicate it. I think I'm just going to press Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. To create a similar object, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So I have two cubes with the same keyframes. One animated cube is going to work as fluid, so I will rename it fluid, and one animated cube is going to act as container. Fluid container. To the first cube I'm going to apply FlipFluids, and I will make it obstacle or container. so the fluid can stay inside, and you have to select inverse, and the other cube, fluid cube, I'm going to apply fluid FlipFluid, and I will make it fluid. Now you can select the domain and you can bake your simulation. To see if your simulation is baking or not, you can go to wireframe mode and try to move your playhead, and we can see the fluid is generated along with the bubbles, foam, particles as well. And it's working quite well. No fluid is coming out of the container. That's very good. Let it bake for some time. 90 frames, 92, 93, 94. Let's wait for a minute. Baking is completed and I can see that it's working perfectly. Fluid is quite good. Let's stop it. So we have tested our simulation, it's working properly, and last time we simulated it at 75 resolution. Just to make a high quality baking, I will bake it again and at 150, and I will be back when this simulation is done. So we can see the baking has finished, and if I play it, it's a high quality fluid and the animation is quite good. Okay, that's perfect. The next step is how to render this animation, and I will set up for the render settings. I will go to the world tab and I will create totally black environment. Either you can use nodes, or you can just select black color. If you use nodes, you can go to the background and you can select totally black color. We don't need this lamp or light because we are going to illuminate the particles. Next, select this domain and go to the domain settings and go to the FlipFluid materials. For the surface, you can select water clear. For white water, foam, bubble and spray, you can create materials here in the outliner by selecting the white water bubble and then going to the material tab. You can create a new material and you can select emission material and select any color which you like. So then you can select the foam particles, create new material, emission, select another color which you like, then select the spray particles, go to the material tab and create a new material, emission, select another color which you like, select the container cube, this one container cube, and apply a material, glass. Before rendering the final animation, you have to set up your camera so your camera can see all the animation happening. Let me set up my camera. The object is at the top, so I will make my camera look at the top. I will press I on the rotation values. The keyframe has been recorded here. You can see a yellow line here, and when the object fell down, I want my camera to look at the object again. I will again press I to create a keyframe here while keeping my mouse on the rotation values. And if I press 0 on the numerical keypad, or I can go to the view menu, I can select camera view, so I can see what my camera is looking at. Okay, I think that's fine. I will go to the render tab and I will select 100% quality in the dimensions, and I will select AVI movie, or maybe I can select PNG pictures. I think I can select AVI JPEG video file. Here you will select where your file is going to be saved, so you can select desktop, or it's up to you. Sampling will be 128 rendering samples, and then finally you can press this animation button to create your final movie. Okay guys, my final rendering has finished and you can see the result on the screen. It looks quite good, and that's the end of the tutorial. If you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comments and I will definitely answer you. And thanks for watching.